Ladies and gentlemen, live on Fox Sports 1 from the BB&T Center here in Sunrise, Florida. This is the main event of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled in the junior middleweight division. Presented by Golden Boy Promotions with our sponsors Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina, O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. And our accident attorneys, Andajar and Levine. The three judges scoring this bout at ringside on the 10-point must system, Billy Ray, Toby Tamarkin, and Rocky Young. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Sam Burgos. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready, the fighters are ready. Fight fans, make some noise if you are ready! Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing tonight black trimmed in orange, he weighed in officially 151 1/2 pounds. This veteran professional brings an outstanding record that stands at 17 victories, including 2 knockouts, 2 defeats, and 1 draw. From New York, here is Jose Silverboy Rodriguez. And takes his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing tonight orange trimmed in silver and black, he weighed in 153 3/4 pounds. This young professional is perfect in his campaign in the ring. 21 bouts, 21 victories, no defeats, and 10 wins coming by way of knockout. The WBC Continental Americas champion and USBA champion from Houston, Texas. Here is the undefeated Jermell Iron Man Charlo.
Keep second only. Keep second only. Come on in, gentlemen. Keep second. Come on. Let's go. Gentlemen, remember, we gave the instruction in the back. Obey my command and protect yourself at all times. Looks good over here. Looks good over here. Any questions? Any questions? Touch them up. Come out the belt.
Your third man in the ring is Sam Burgos. And for you Charlo Twins fans, this is Jermell with an E. His brother is Jermell. This is the younger one by 1 minute. And a different haircut.
And that's how you tell them apart. Otherwise
you
you'll have a lot of trouble.
You can't even tell them from their styles as fighters, too, which makes it interesting down the road. But here we go. Scheduled for 10 in the junior middleweight division. Charlo's in the orange and silver trunks. And in the black with the orange is Jose Rodriguez.
And another southpaw in Jose Rodriguez. A night of southpaws tonight.
Exactly. Coming to you from Sunrise, Florida. Rodriguez, like I mentioned at the very top of the show, had over 2-year layoff. They called him the Silver Boy out of New York City. A lot of things were expected from him as Charlo goes downstairs right there, but he ran into management problems and just inactive. It's the business of boxing sometimes, so he's hoping to capture some of that hopeful prospects that they felt like he was going to be from the past. A little bit of the magic from the past coming into this fight with Charlo. We're scheduled for 10.
Rodriguez coming off a solid win over a pretty good prospect in Dennis Douglas. So when you pull off the upset there, he'll be looking to do the same tonight. Charlo also, I believe, has a win over Douglas.
Yeah, he knocked him out at Staples Center in Los Angeles in the 5th round. So they have a common opponent. And sometimes you can tell something to that, and most times you can't.
Yeah.
Styles make fights, as we all know. Rodriguez going to the attack here, though. He's been aggressive. Got Charlo over here in the corner. Big left hand right there he shot. Charlo showing good movement, stepping out of that.
Yeah, just a feel-out kind of round for both guys. Charlo moving his hands. Good change of the angle there by Charlo.
Well, Charlo landing a nice right hand there. And going to the right hand once again. He caught him on the jaw. He's got Rodriguez in big-time trouble. Rodriguez trying to hold on.
Great move to start that assault. Stepped around Rodriguez to Rodriguez right, Charlo's own left, and then let go of the assault. He was at an angle where Rodriguez couldn't punch back.
Rodriguez just caught another big right hand right there. He's a bit frustrated after what he just caught, but he's still on his 2 feet, that's for sure. Charlo prides himself on being patient, being technically sound, and seizing the opportunity when it's presented, which it just was. Of course, he made that opportunity, as Paulie pointed out.
Yeah, it was a nice move. Good. And again, this goes to show you the ring intelligence of this guy, Charlo. You know, he steps around there after the right uppercut to the body. But, you know, always trying to find the angle. Good boxing brain in there. Good ring IQ, so to speak.
Yep. He found out early this year that he was legally blind, and he had LASIK surgery about midway through this year, so that's improved his vision somewhat.
Yeah, imagine that. Yeah, that's an unpleasant surprise you find that out, huh?
Can you imagine?
Good right hand there again.
You're watching Golden Boy Boxing on Fox Sports 1. Round number two scheduled for 10. Round number 2 scheduled for 10 here. Rodriguez comes out pumping the jab a little bit. The left-hander. Got to mention the last time that we saw Charlo against a former left-hand opponent was down in the Ryan Arena, in Houston, Texas, against Chris Chapman. And he knocked him out in round 3, and Chapman's only loss coming into that fight was to Demetrius Andrade, who's going to be facing Vanes Martirosyan. Tonight's CompuBox stats are brought to you by ThrowdownFantasy.com. Draft fighters, track stats, and win. There you see the punch stats from round number 1.
Sometimes it can be awkward to fight a lefty. A guy like Charlo who's throwing so many jabs and setting up his offense with jabs. Now suddenly, almost, I wouldn't say gun shy with using the jab because he used it very well when he's used it, but not as busy with it. So he's looking for other things. And sometimes a lefty will take certain things away from you, but you can use other weapons against him that you maybe normally wouldn't use.
Well, you're always concerned about crossing up the feet, too, as you know, Paul. Stepping on toes and
headbutts.
There's
a jab by Charlo right there.
Yeah, nice jab.
Combination back by Rodriguez.
Yeah, he worked his way in there off the left.
Also behind his jab.
Yep. Halfway through round number 2. Charlo goes downstairs just above the belt line for a nice body shot right there. Whipping that left hook and the right hook behind it.
I like Rodriguez' composure in there, even behind the assault of Charlo. Still maintaining that composure, trying to put the pressure on, keeping Jermell thinking.
No, he was in big trouble in round number 1, was Rodriguez there, and cleared the cobwebs and survived it. He could have very easily gone down there. Rodriguez making space and taking a stroll around the ring right now before he gets hit.
For that counter left hand, though. Trying to set Charlo up for something as he's moving around. Charlo, though, staying composed, not really leaning in or anything with his offense, which is what Rodriguez might be looking for as he waits.
Charlo did a good job there. Good footwork, moving to the side. Rodriguez missing wildly. And you can see that Charlo's trying to land the more accurate, sharper punches as they get knotted up right here. Final seconds winding round right here. Round number 3 from Sunrise, Florida at the BB&T Center. Jermell Charlo just got caught upstairs a little bit. You know, Rodriguez in the black trunks, Paulie was talking about, he felt like he's like water as a fighter. He can kind of slip and slide any way he wants to and adapt to what he's into, but you can tell he's got experience in there, and he seems to know what he wants to do.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because I saw him in the Duggan fight, and he was a lot closer. A lot of times we were kind of trying to roughhouse Duggan and really working on the inside, while here against Charlo, trying to set the distance and use his own jab and straight left hand. So, yeah, maybe a good example of the way he's been like water, so to speak.
Yep. I thought it was a good description. He adjusts to different styles and different people in there. And they expected big things out of him about 4 or 5 years ago. Hard right hand there from Charlo. And Rodriguez walks right back in.
Charlo been more busy with the jab this round.
Body shot to the ribs right there from Charlo.
And also, again, notice the escape. A body shot by Charlo, step around, combination by Charlo, step around. Always as a professional fighter, you want to have your escape route set after you punch him. Don't want to be there for the return. Charlo very disciplined with that.
Well, Ronnie Shields was telling him to be first, be first. He said against Hopkins, he got in there and wanted to trade a lot of shots, which he doesn't normally do. He wants to be the aggressor. He wants to fight his fight and impose his will with his skills and ability on his opponent.
Been first for the first half of this round. Let's see how he reacts to the pressure of Rodriguez here. As Rodriguez trying to pick up the pace on the pressure in the second half of the round as opposed to the first half of the round.
Well, Charlo getting a chance to headline tonight. A nationally televised card.
And Shields is right. I mean, when Charlo waits, it gives...
There's a right hand, chopped it in there, yep.
It gives Rodriguez a chance to get off. But when Charlo is first, I mean, Rodriguez is reduced to holding on or just getting hit.
Left-right combination right there that had Rodriguez cowering just a little bit because he knew what was coming. Rodriguez trying to hold on there. Charlo picking up the steam here a little bit. The more effective power punches. Ooh, big right hand missed over the top. Inside 20 seconds left in this round. Another good round for Charlo.
10 seconds, gentlemen. We step it down.
You're watching Golden Boy Boxing on Fox Sports 1. We got a round number 4 here, scheduled for 10. Ronnie Shields telling his fighter in the corner, just go right after him. He's right there for you. Let's see if he can do that.
Well, Rodriguez has been crafty. I wouldn't say he's right there for you, but I think what Ronnie was trying to intend was basically the same things he said in the previous break between rounds, which is Jermell to be aggressive in the way to get off first. When Jermell's been first, Rodriguez really hasn't had an answer for it. But when he waits and allows Rodriguez to set himself and set up his offense, Rodriguez has been pretty tricky.
Pretty slick right there, giving it an angle that he missed. He landed a pretty nice left hand right there on the back end of that. But you can tell Rodriguez is pretty slick in there.
Yeah, he knows his way around the ring. He's a crafty guy.
Yep. 2 minutes left in this round. Junior middleweight action.
Good catch and shoot counter by Rodriguez there as Charlo dug to the body. Rodriguez blocking the body shots and coming up with a short uppercut with the left hand.
Peppering away is Charlo right now.
And there's that jab of Charlo.
Yep, he needs to work behind that. That's how he got the knockout against Chapman. Oh, nice right hand over the top. Got a little smile from Rodriguez after that one. Charlo spring-loaded. When he wants to attack, it's fast. There you go. Nice work right there. And caught him coming in. Caught Rodriguez coming in with a left.
You hear Rodriguez corner telling him you got to work hard. You know, when the times Rodriguez gets off first, he actually does the better work. And a lot of times this has been a battle of who gets off first.
Nice combination right there from Charlo. 58 seconds left of this round.
And that's the thing, if you allow Charlo to get off first, I mean, he's got such blinding speed and such short punches that, you know, he'll work you over.
Oh, that's a nice right hand and then a left. As Rodriguez got in an awkward position right there, and Charlo followed up. Scheduled for 10 rounds, remember. We're in the 4th. Rodriguez, yeah, he's landed a couple of shots. Charlo was trying to walk away.
Yeah, he's a live guy in there, man. He's keeping Charlo thinking. Oh, good check hook on the way in.
He caught him right on the way in. Rodriguez been hit by some pretty hard shots. He got clipped right there again, too. But he hasn't been staggered so far. And we're closing down round number 4 here for Florida. Jose Rodriguez corner telling him they wanted to pick it up a little bit and actually bring the fight more to Charlo. And sort of the same from the other corner as well from Ronnie Shields. Here we go. I think they're going to pick up the action a little bit here in round number 5 because both corners are saying, you know, you guys are lulling us a little bit, waiting for the other guy to do something, so just go impose your will on the other guy.
Yeah, nobody has really grabbed this fight by the horn, so to speak, and taken control. Both guys have the opportunity to still do that. I mean, Charlo's gotten a bit better of the action early on, but there's still opportunities for Rodriguez to get in there.
I think Charlo's corner would like Rodriguez to come a little bit more forward and give Charlo opportunities for Charlo to get off first. Covering up here, digging into the midsection.
That's the thing, Rodriguez comes forward, but he doesn't just come forward right in front of you. He gives you these weird different looks. You know, he comes in jabbing, feinted there. You know, so, you know, Rodriguez is a crafty guy. Even if he's in front of you, he's not giving you a perfect target. It's a good left hook there by Charlo Lance.
Again, stick the jab.
Tonight's CompuBot stats are brought to you by ThrowdownFantasy.com. Draft fighters, track stats, and win. And Charlo letting his hands go right here as Rodriguez twists his way out of that one, but if he stands still for very long, he gets clipped and gets caught with the right hand. Left hand, right hand. Charlo boring in now. He's got him on the ropes upstairs. Landing headshot after headshot. Charlo sensing it. Rodriguez trying to hold on, holding right there with his right hand away from the referee. Here comes Charlo once again.
Talk about grabbing the fight by the horns. Charlo attempting to do just that this round. Really pouring on the assault. He's landed some good shots.
You see the flashes of brilliance that Charlo has right there when given the opportunity. He doesn't throw just one punch, he brings a bunch. And that's what he did there, working behind the jab, and when he caught him, he tried to follow up as best he could. Now you see Rodriguez now, he's going to try to get in tight and not get at the end of those lengths of those punches.
Exactly.
To rather try to work inside behind his elbows and his shoulders here and not get caught again.
Exactly. So you don't allow Charlo to get the maximum weight on his shots by smothering him like that.
Let's get this fight is scheduled for 10 rounds. Oh, big right hand right there. You can hear that one up in the upper deck.
Charlo's landed some good right hands this round, and you can see a mouth starting to develop under the right eye of Rodriguez, courtesy of those Charlo right hands.
Right hands that cut across right there. And he's slowing Rodriguez down definitely in this round. Another one.
Yeah, he found the home for it this round. He landed a lot of right hands that round. He hadn't been able to find a consistent home for that right hand until that round.
And you see the little bit of swelling there as we'll go inside the corner a little bit here. You see what they think they can do after that round 5 that was clearly a Charlo round. Jose Talavera is the trainer. Here's Charlo's corner, Ronnie Shields.
Part of jab, shoot the right hand straight. Part of jab, shoot the right hand straight. You understand? I need you to just keep working. Every time you hit this kid, you're hurting. You understand? Look, trying to punch under next time.
And here's some action from the last round. See Charlo landed a good right hand, then follows up. Not everything lands cleanly. Actually, a lot of it misses, but it's the follow-up, it's the offensive assault of Jermell. Made a concerted effort. There's a good right hand there by Charlo. Made a concerted effort to really grab this fight by the horns, like I said, in the last round, and really take control of it. To a lot of punches and was very aggressive.
Yeah, got to wipe off some of the Vaseline over that eye that's quickly swelling up over here for Rodriguez. And rightfully so. You saw some of those punches that effectively landed in that last round. This is round number 6. We're scheduled for 10. Charlo snapping the left jab out there. Rodriguez only feebly kind of pawing away right here. I get the sense that he is starting to feel the effects of some of those shots. If Charlo could just be aggressive and put together some combinations. But, you know, the good balance, I noticed Charlo, even when he got caught, the times he got caught, he's got tremendous balance and ring savvy and knows how to keep himself alive. But right now he's going backwards. He tries to give you angles.
Rodriguez does. Yeah, he gives you different looks. Up high, down low, calls with the jab, he feints with it. And when he does get Jermell thinking like he did there, he's able to keep Jermell with his hands in his pocket, so to speak, and he gets off first, and he caught Jermell with that one too. otherwise, he's not consistent in his craftiness. Jermell starts to get off, and it's bad news. But here, he's got Jermell thinking. He's been able to have a good first minute of this round.
A very tactical fight for Jermell. He's almost thinking his way through it, almost too much, I would say, from Ronnie's opinion over the corner.
You know, he had a chance to build on the last round by being aggressive this round as well. I was wondering if he was going to be able to land a lot of right hands this round. And if he would have, you start to wonder about the mouse underneath Rodriguez's eye if it would close. But Rodriguez has come back pretty good in this round. Actually has Jermell thinking, and like I said, I mean, Jermell not getting off a lot at all this round.
It's a better round for Rodriguez, and sometimes when you get hurt, veteran fighters react to that and actually step up their game a little bit, and I think that's what we're seeing here. But there's some time left here for Charlo. I know that Charlo wanted to put on a really good show tonight, being a headliner and coming off the Hopkins fight when Hopkins can make everybody look bad. There we go. He just had Rodriguez hunkering down right there. I think he could have thrown more punches if he wanted to.
Sometimes Rodriguez doesn't pose a big target, though. He bends, he gets down low, kind of spins around, hides his head behind the shoulder. Again, sometimes those southpaw angles will confuse you.
You see Rodriguez feigning, and you never know what he's going to do, really.
When he gets Jermell thinking by feinting and doing things like that, keep Jermell on the back foot, and he's able to get, and then it allows Rodriguez to get aggressive.
And winding down in round number 6, which Charlo was not able to follow up with a really good round number 5 here.
10 seconds.
And holding now, and maybe Jermell's regassing the tank a little bit. Nice right hand right there off the bat as Rodriguez comes back after Charlo tagged him a little bit. Polly, do you have any rounds for Rodriguez in this fight so far as we go to round 7?
Round 2 and the last round were pretty close. You can make a case for Rodriguez winning them. And if that's the case, you'd only have a 4-2 Charlo, and this fight is still up for grabs. But I think that the rounds Charlo has won, he's made more statements than the rounds you could possibly have for Rodriguez.
Good upper body movement from Charlo right there. We've seen that before against other opponents. Something everybody has to have to move up into the upper echelons of his division. Watch how he works in with his footwork, Paulie. Oh, just got a nice left hand in on Rodriguez right there. That was quick.
Yeah, that was sharp. And again, it came off the change of the angle. Jermell very good with the change in the angle. Good with his feet. Moves after he punches, sets up angles off the movement.
And that right eye closing a little bit more on Rodriguez. They've done a pretty good job with it in the corner. We're in round number 7, scheduled for 10.
Move your hands when you go. Move your hands when you go.
Charlo comes back with the right hand over the top. It just missed.
Stop, don't stop, don't pull on. Get back.
There you go.
Well, when he sets up that right hand off that double jab, it lands with max distance, and he gets some good leverage on it.
Yeah, he's good at finding the right distance and working his way in, and that's what Rodriguez is shifty. You can see how shifty he is, trying to stay out of the power into that punch.
Yeah, and at times he's, I wouldn't say frustrated with Charlo, but he's made him miss enough to have him thinking a little bit. But other times, Jermell has found the range for the right hand behind that double jab.
But Rodriguez is going to have to find a little more offense if he hopes to come away here with a big upset. He's slick. He's a good veteran fighter, but he just doesn't have enough from the offensive end to make a difference so far.
Yeah, and you know what? He's starting to have less of an output. You're not going to beat Charlo by laying back at this point in the fight. You got to get a bit aggressive.
Nope.
And, seems like Charlo's working him over and kind of preventing that.
And Charlo, he's got that good jab, and that's what people is known for, both he and his brother, Jermell. What they work on, it sets everything up behind that.
Rodriguez attempted a counter uppercut there, so it shows he's thinking. But Charlo just been the more aggressive guy. He's had the higher output, especially this round, you know. Rodriguez is still thinking in there, but it's been Charlo with the higher work rate.
And the more effective punch rate. He doesn't throw anything incorrectly. Every weeknight on Fox Sports 1, join Kurt Menefee, Brian Urlacher, Randy Moss, Jay Glazer, and Mike Pereira for Fox Football Dailies that get you caught up on all the news in the NFL and college football from on and off the field. Fox Football Daily is weeknights at 6 p.m. Eastern only on Fox Sports 1. You know this guy, don't you, Paulie? Adrian Broner?
Yeah.
A little split decision there.
We know a thing or two about each other.
Yeah, you guys seem to have made up a little bit. He came over and said hi to you from the contentious press conferences you had before that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you gotta keep it business. This is a business, and we're all after the same thing, and for a good living and make some money.
Round number 8, Charlo comes out. He wants to trade. He wants to step it up a little bit. Both guys on the gas. Rodriguez has to know he's behind in this fight by many rounds. But Charlo, he came down here to put on a show, and he's running out of rounds to do it because he's against a guy who's very slick. He knows his way around the ring. And Charlo, I believe, Ronnie's telling him, go out there and just take it to him.
I'll tell you what, Rodriguez came out with a bit more of an aggressive mentality as well, so may make for some good action this round.
Well, I think his corners told him, like we were talking about in the last round, he's going to have to find some offense if he hopes to pull off a huge upset here. And Charlo just might enjoy this. Round number 8, Rodriguez able to dig downstairs there just a little bit. But you look at the sniper action from Charlo. If he can stay out at that range, he can land that big punch. We haven't seen a really big punch from him lately because he's had trouble trying to track down Rodriguez.
Yeah, maybe the aggressive mentality of Rodriguez may allow Charlo to set traps for him, but Rodriguez not coming forward in stupid ways, staying low, getting in there. Charlo there using the speed on the inside. Rodriguez putting pressure on, but still not leaving big openings as Charlo finds him with the right hand there.
Nice right hand there. You'll see some of the glitter on each fighter's bodies. It's coming off their trunks respectively. So if you're wondering what that is, that's not Halloween decorations. It's just part of the uniform that's coming apart when they throw punches downstairs. And Charlo, he's got that right hand cocked and loaded. I'm telling you, Paul, he really wants to land something big, but Rodriguez just won't give it to him.
Of course, and also he's got it cocked and loaded for a counter there, but Rodriguez comes forward in such a weird rhythm. It's hard to counterpunch him.
No further damage to the right eye. Rodriguez still able to see clearly with both eyes, which is good. So that's what an effective jab will do, like Charlo has for you on the right side of your face. Digging downstairs, Charlo's tried to take advantage here, but Rodriguez won't engage.
That's the thing. This is Charlo's best bet is to continue to try to be first. Hard to catch Rodriguez with counter shots because he throws offense in a weird way. And there, speaking of counter shot, a good check left hook. Which has been,
it got him again.
He is there again with a lead hook, but it's probably been the best counter shots here for Charlo throughout the fight.
Best he's looked in 4 rounds. As Rodriguez, every time he tries to press the action, he gets in big time trouble. Just got caught with a shot from either hand of Charlo right there. Final seconds winding away here. Round number 8. A great round for Charlo. I think he wants to get Rodriguez out of there if he can.
Yeah, he's making the effort.
Relax. Listen, this guy's dead.
Fucking uppercut, man.
Why?
Fucking hurt, man.
Okay, but don't throw the uppercut there. I don't need the uppercut there. You know what? Just keep shooting right here like you're shooting. Okay, that's all. Don't worry about it. You know what I want? Listen to me. I want you to use this. Yeah. Okay? Just use the jab. Okay? That's all I need you to do. I just need you to use that jab.
30 seconds.
No. Double the jab up. Keep doubling the jab. Keep shooting right here. Double the jab, shoot the right here.
It's a matchup in the last round. Charlo, aggressive mentality, lands a good left hook. But again, it was a 3rd or 4th shot in the combination. Is there a counter left hook there on his right hand? When Charlo moves his hands, Yes, Rodriguez has him missing at times, but sometimes the amount of punches you throw in a combination, you may land 1 or 2 out of the 4 you throw. And that's kind of the mentality you have to take, the approach you have to take with a guy like Rodriguez, who's crafty and hard to take clean.
Round number 9, scheduled for 10. And we apologize for some of the live language in the corner here. Rodriguez pumping that right hand out there now, feeling his oats coming into the 9th round. That might be just what Charlo wants, but that's a pretty good jab we haven't seen, through the first 8 rounds. I think that was out of respect for that the right hand, and he didn't want to get himself countered for Charlo, but the right eye's looking a little more worse for the weathering it's been taking from Charlo. It might close down in this round, Paulie, from Rodriguez. I mean, he's taken a lot of hard shots, but he hasn't left his feet this evening.
I like that Rodriguez still coming forward, though, still trying to find ways to win the fight. You know, he's behind in this fight, but he hasn't lost hope. You like to see that out of a fighter.
Again, there you go. Keep working.
But he's got some issues with that eye at this point. Charlo knows that.
He does, and Charlo should keep peppering with the jab as he is doing. And Rodriguez, obviously, at this point, you know, what are you going to do? Your eye gets worse, but you came here to win. And getting a shot without getting wet shouldn't bother you at this point. You got to try to get that win.
Let's go.
This is one of those cases where Rodriguez thinks, okay, I just took this great prospect the distance, and let me see if I can survive this and get a few more fights, you know, from what I was able to do down here in Florida. I mean,
absolutely, but at the same time, he doesn't have a record that would lead you to believe he has a journeyman mentality. You know, coming in, Rodriguez is 17-2. You know, there's still something to work with there. If you're, say, 25-20 or something, you're like, all right, I'll take him the distance and I'll get a couple of fights out of this. But in reality, Rodriguez doesn't see himself as a journeyman, and the way he's fighting, you can tell he wants to be the prospect. He wants to be the guy people look at. So he's trying to continue to come forward and take the fight to Charlo. He's just outgunned here in the ability department and talent department, but it doesn't mean he's a bad fighter at all.
45 seconds left in round number 9. Charlo was able to dig one into the ribs. Right, left hand upstairs. Charlo knows it. Rodriguez comes back forward and gives him another target. Charlo kind of looked at him like, that wasn't enough. This guy's got a chin. You know, he can take some big shots. That was a nice, clean shot upstairs.
These are all experiences that will help Charlo in the long run, though. You know, the Demetrius Hopkins fight, crafty guy, another crafty guy in Jose Angel Rodriguez. You know, these are fights there. Charlo gets the win, maybe has to go the distance, has to think his way through fights, but they prepare him for the bigger upper echelon of opponents.
Keep working, keep working, keep working. I ain't worried about him. El último round. Lo que sea, sácalo. Lo que sea, sácalo. ¿Ok? Quiero este cabrón en el piso. Lo necesito ahora. ¿Ok? No lo dejes que
As we continue with Golden Boy Boxing on Fox Sports 1, October 28th from Redwood City, California, Manuel Abiat versus Jose Silveiro. And then November 11th, we're going to head down to Texas to San Antonio. Maldonado and Luis Ramos Jr. And then, as you heard earlier in this telecast, Antonio Tarver. He's on a mission for the heavyweight championship of the world, and it could begin right here.
Here's some action from the last round. Charlo doubling up the left hook, touching to the body, and then a hard hook to the head. So you have a different angle of the same hook to the head. Continue that with a right uppercut to the body. See, Rodriguez in the corner was basically given a tongue lashing. They told him to asátalo in Spanish, which basically means assault him. So they wanted to get on top of Charlo and go for the gusto here. It's the last round. He's got 3 minutes to try to get Charlo out of there. Charlo, in the meantime, trying to finish strong.
Oh, big right hand for Charlo right there. Working off the jab. If Rodriguez is going to come forward, which he really hasn't done a lot of in the first 9 rounds, Rodriguez has got to go for broke. His corner has told him that. And Charlo, well, it could be nice. Pickens uppercut right there. Left hand. Now the right hand. He's got Rodriguez in trouble. Will he finally get him out of there? Rodriguez just covering up and going toward the rope, stumbling to the rope. And they're going to get a count. We're going to get a count. He did not stop. Charlo thinks the fight has been stopped. It's a count. He's up on the ropes over here in the red corner. Now he turns around and realizes the fight's still on. He thought it was done.
Yeah, he thought it was done. And you know what? I guess the referee ruled that the ropes held up Rodriguez, but Charlo had, I got to see how he comes back off this. You know, he has Rodriguez hurt. He can get him out of there.
But Burgos made the motion. The referee, he thought he made the motion that he was waving it off after all that punishment.
Yeah.
But it looks like he might have to step in and stop it now. Rodriguez is just staggered. He's really hurt.
Somebody should stop it. I
He's
think even that
crumpling.
body shot hurt him.
I think he needs to stop this. I really do.
I think even that body shot hurt him. I don't know that Rodriguez has a lot left. Oh, good left hand.
He just gave it a left hand right there. Didn't hurt Charlo. Got a minute 25 left. The referee really looking in. Oh, Rodriguez is taking a punch. That's it.
Good stoppage.
Yeah, oh my gosh, he was wide open. One more punch might have done it.
And Charlo celebrates a little less this time, making sure the fight's over.
That's a good stoppage. Charlo thought it was done. He thought a lot of his punches would have taken him out a lot earlier, but when he finally worked him over off the ropes into the corner of the other side, he's over in the corner. He's celebrating. Rodriguez is getting a count over here on the other side.
And let's not forget how he hurt Rodriguez to begin with at the beginning of the round. The combination 1-2 with a left uppercut, followed by left uppercut, a 1-2-3 with the uppercut at the end. It was the third shot in the combination that landed. And again, like I was saying earlier, about throwing the punches in bunches and landing some of them. And that'll be enough to really get through and get you through.
Let's take you through it right here. Finally getting it done. There it is.
See, the 1-2 misses, but it drew Rodriguez's head down so that he could be set up for the left uppercut. And this is obviously the follow-up assault that eventually led to Charlo getting him on the ropes and thinking the fight was over when the ref stepped in. I mean, this is where it ended here, where finally the ref ends up having seen enough as Charlo pushes him down and then sets him up for another uppercut. But again, it was the combination punching of Charlo. Yeah, maybe one in single shots, 2 shots at a time may not land, but again, you position him, you set him up for the 3rd and 4th shot. Charlo did a great job there as the 1-2 missed, but what did Rodriguez do? He ducked underneath it, setting him up for the left uppercut.
That's nice to see that he has many tools in his repertoire, this man. We'll be back for the official announcement right after this. Jermell Charlo finally got the result he wanted. Maybe wanted to go a little bit. There's his brother Jermell. And you can't tell them very much apart in their fighting styles at all. And this is a guy who put up a great fight tonight, Rodriguez. Gave it all he had, very disappointed. But eventually it was kind of an attrition rate from landing the large punches and being in a position. He was so far behind in the fight that he tried to make something happen. And when he did, probably it didn't work out so good. In the 10th round, he got stopped.
Yeah, and here's a recap of it. You see that first round where Charlo changed the angle beautifully and set up the follow-up assault. And this is what really the pedigree Charlo is. He's able to do things like that, like follow up his offense from different angles, stepping around, things that you don't see every fighter doing, you know? Here's something action from round 5. Again, a follow-up assault. Rodriguez crafty. He's doesn't always let you hit him clean with solid shots, like those right hands there by Charlo. Doesn't always let you hit him clean with those solid single shots. So you got to kind of throw in combination. You got to let your hands go in bunches so as to set him up for the follow-ups. Some more action there from the 8th round. And again, Jermell moving his hands again. The first couple didn't land, but the last one was a left hook. It landed. And there's a counter right hand as well. Rodriguez again showing that what's hard to track down, but Charlo would get to him throwing fast combinations. You see some craftiness even on Jermell's part. Some body shot, double left hook there, hook to the head as well. And again, a variety in the repertoire of Jermell Charlo. And then finally in the last round, the 1-2 misses, but it sets up Rodriguez as he bends down into the left uppercut. And that's what happens when you throw your punches in bunches. There, the fight wasn't actually stopped there. Jermell just thought it was stopped. And there's finally, at the end, the ref finally seen enough. But again, what happens when you throw your punches in bunches, you force the guy to move and position himself to slip those shots, and then you set him up for the follow-up.
Charlo threw a lot of punches, a lot more than Rodriguez, landed more effectively, as you can see from the final punch stat tonight. Now let's send it up for the official results from Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 1 minute, 41 seconds. Round number 10, referee Sam Burgos puts a halt to the contest for your winner by TKO victory and still undefeated, Jermell Iron Man Charlo.
Jermell Charlo, 22-0, 11 KOs. Fox Sports Live begins right now.